Preparing for roof sheet installation. Roof sheeting sequence. It is recommended that both sides of the roof be sheeted simultaneously. This will keep the insulation covered for maximum amount of time, and the panel ribs can be kept in proper alignment for the ridge panel. Check for proper alignment as the sheeting progresses. If oil or other slippery substances are present on the roof panels, clean immediately to prevent slipping or falling. Workers should maintain a constant awareness of their location relative to the roof edge. Proper fastener installation. Correct fastener installation is one of the most critical steps when installing roof panels. Drive the fastener in until it's tight and the washer is firmly seated. Do not over-tighten fasteners. A slight extrusion of neoprene around the washer is a good visual tightness check. Remember, always sweep metal filings from the surface of panels at the end of each work period. Rusty filings will destroy the paint finish and void any warranty. Mastic sealant. Proper mastic application is critical to the weather tightness of a building. Mastic should not be stretched when installed, and it should only be installed to a clean, dry surface. Keep only enough mastic on the roof that can be installed in a day. When the outside temperature is below 60 degrees, mastic must be kept warm, 60 to 90 degrees, until application. After mastic has been applied, keep protective paper in place until the panel is ready to be installed. Fastener spacing. Please refer to your Mueller installation manual for proper screw placement. Preparing the eave. If eave trim is to be used, install over eave strut and wall panels. After installing the first run of insulation, center the first major rib with the end of the end wall frame. Splice a full closure to the starting closure and apply along the top of the eave sealant. If your roof will be subject to ice and snow buildup, the splice and the closure strip must be caulked to ensure weather tightness. To help simplify roof panel installation, temporarily install a cover sheet on each side of the peak approximately 4 feet from the edge of the building. These sheets will serve as a stable, temporary walk surface until the first roof sheets are safely in place. Once the eave is prepared and your temporary walk surface is in place, the first roof panel may be installed. Note that for a professional appearance, roof panel ribs should be in line with wall panel ribs. Check the erection drawings to determine the roof overhang at the eave. Set the roof panel in place over the inside closure, ensuring the major ribs of the panel nestle properly with the inside closure. Align the center of the major rib of the panel edge with the edge of the end wall roof line. With the panel properly placed, secure the panel to the structure with the appropriate fasteners. Once the first panels are securely installed on either side of the peak, remove the temporary walk surface panels. With the first panel run installed and side lap sealant applied, the second panel run may be started. Prepare the eave with an inside closure as shown previously. Position the panel so that the overlapping ribs will nest properly. Be sure to check for proper overhang and panel coverage. Apply the tape sealant to the lap side of the lower panel's major rib. The tape sealant should be only applied to clean, dry surfaces. With the release paper in place, press firmly along the length of the sealant to ensure proper adhesion. In removing the protective paper from the tape sealant, care should be taken not to pull the tape sealant away from the panel. Install the adjoining panel, positioning the overlap rib with care. Ridge trim installation. Ridge roll is used to cap off the roof sheets at the peak of the roof. First, place outside closure strips on top of the roof sheets. Mastic tape should be applied along the top of the outside closure. Once closures are in place on both sides of the roof, attach ridge roll with Laptex screws to each of the major ribs. Peak sheets are an upgrade package from Ridge Roll. Peak sheet ridge panels are to be installed as each side of the roof is sheeted. This will aid in keeping both sides of the roof aligned. After having installed a run of panels on each side of the roof, apply mastic to the panels. Set peak sheet in place and install lap and purlin fasteners. Apply tape sealant along the top of the leading rib to prepare for the next side lap. Remember, sweep up all the drill shavings from the panels at the end of each work period to help maintain a safe work environment and avoid surface rust that will damage the panel finish. Installation of the final panel. While backlapping the last roof panel to match the coverage with the building length is routinely done, this installation method can compromise the integrity of the roof by trapping moisture between the panels. This moisture could in time create an environment conducive to rust and metal failure. The manufacturer recommends field cutting the final panel lengthwise to create the desired width necessary to finish off the building. The cut edge of the panel should always be installed on the outside edge, not the lap edge. The narrow panel should be handled with care and foot traffic avoided until the final panel is completely installed.